Coming from someone who's used Upwork as his main source of client acquisition for his agency, I can honestly tell you that Upwork is worth it in 2024. And in this video, I want to cover exactly why I think that it's worth it in 2024, considering that everybody now is talking about how expensive it's become and how competitive the platform actually is. So to start off and address the whole concept of it's too competitive, the truth is it's absolutely not. So the first reason why Upwork is clearly a brilliant platform to be using is because you're going to acquire warm leads through the platform. Everybody right now is trying to find ways to get more clients for their agency or for their freelance business, and they always resort to cold outreach, meaning cold emails, cold DMs, and cold calling. But that stuff is so much less effective by finding a method to reach out to warm leads, people who've already said that they want your service. And that's what Upwork provides, is putting you in touch with people who are literally saying that they want your service. Now, of course, the platform has gotten more traction over the years, and that means there's more freelancers and more competition. But all you really need is a method to separate yourself from all the other freelancers that apply to the same jobs that you apply. And truth be told, even if you don't really have a way of differentiating yourself, you could still get away with getting a lot of clients through Upwork just by the sheer volume of application. For example, if you're reaching out to 30 or 40 jobs every single day and you're sitting at your computer scrolling through Upwork and finding 30, 40 potential jobs you can apply to every single day, and you do that for a month, you're always going to outcompete somebody who's only doing it 5 times a day, even if their application is actually better. And if you jump into Upwork wanting results in the first 4 days and you bid every single day for only 4 days and get no results and you quit, then Upwork is not for you. This is a marathon and not a sprint. Upwork can become a legitimate method to acquire clients for your freelance or agency business consistently over the next couple of years, but you have to commit to a certain bidding strategy, meaning if you decide that you're going to bid for 10 contracts every day, you have to do that every single day for an indefinite amount of time if you want to see real results through the platform. And remember, Upwork gets 40 million users every single month through the platform. And so if you think that there's not a demand for your service, it doesn't matter what your service is, chances are the platform is going to have people who are looking for it, whether it's voiceovers, SEO, Google ads, Facebook ads, website design, anything specific and niche, it doesn't matter. Now, the other thing is that Upwork gets over 40 million users every single month, which means no matter what niche you're in, no matter what service you want to offer, there are going to be people on Upwork who are looking for that service. It doesn't matter how niche it is. Even something as silly as voiceovers, right? That's massive on Upwork, even though you wouldn't think it. If you have a really cool voice and you think you can do voiceovers for certain companies in their ads, then you could go on Upwork, make yourself a profile and offer that as a service. And there are so many potential clients posting jobs every single day saying that we need a voiceover expert. So don't ever fall into the trap in thinking that, oh, my niche is too specific and I can't find clients through Upwork. Trust me, no matter what you're offering, there's enough people on Upwork that there will be jobs posted in your specific field. And the other thing is, if I was going to start an agency right now in 2024, no matter what it is, whether it's web design, Google ads, I can't think of a better way to acquire my first 5 clients than through Upwork. Upwork make it so easy for you. Rather than doing cold emails and cold calling and trying to convince clients on the phone who have never suggested that they want your service, convincing them to buy your service is so much infinitely harder than going on Upwork, finding people who are saying, I need a website designer, and then reaching out to them, right? Upwork presents you with the opportunity of just reaching out to people who already want it. So if you're starting out and you're new in the agency space, or you're trying to build your own freelance career, there is no better place or better platform to get your first 5 clients than Upwork. And truth be told, guys, it is so much easier to make Upwork a success if you're selling a high ticket item. Now, what's a high ticket item? It's an item that's retailed anywhere more than £400, let's say. Something that is more expensive. For example, I personally offer Facebook and Instagram marketing management services, and my services range anywhere from £1,000 to £2,500 a month on retainer. That's a high ticket service. So if you're somebody who's offering a low ticket service, for example, you're a graphic designer and you're offering logo designs for $30, $40 at a time, that's a low ticket service, and those are a lot harder to make work through Upwork. It's a lot harder to be profitable because when you factor in the connect cost, it's going to be a lot harder to make a profit unless you're getting a very substantial amount of volume. Whereas with high ticket clients, you can only close, you only need to close 1 or 2 clients a month in order to make that profitable. And so the numbers make a lot more sense. And so breaking down the numbers, right? So I apply to 20 jobs every single day without fail, 6 days a week. That means I bid for 480 contracts every single month, right? I have a certain outreach method, but still at the end of the day, I'm applying to 480 potential jobs, which means I'm reaching out to 480 potential clients. And if I get a 2% conversion rate, that's 9 clients. If I get a 1% conversion rate, that's approximately 5 clients. All I personally need technically to break even and not make a loss on my connect price is 1 client a month. And from 480 warm leads, closing 1 client is very doable. And that's why high ticket items work a lot better through Upwork. So if you're offering a service that's a lot more expensive and it retails for, let's say $800 to $900 plus a month, or just on a fixed price, then that would work so much better through Upwork than if you're selling something for $50, $60. And the other thing I keep hearing nowadays is that people think that Fiverr and Upwork are the same thing. And if you think that, then you're sadly mistaken. Fiverr is where you go when you want a quick turnaround project, like a logo for $30. And Upwork is where you go when you want to hire a professional for a serious project, like digital marketing or SEO or website design, right? If you want something a bit more complicated, you can get some top level professionals on Upwork. So if you want, if people are looking for serious projects, they tend to go to Upwork instead of Fiverr, unless it's a quick, easy, fast project. And I can tell you from experience, I've landed some really big whales through Upwork. I've worked with companies like Mercury Holidays, like Huzu, which is the biggest marketing agency in Australia. I've worked with the Flight Center, which is a massive company in the travel space. I've worked with Crew Outdoors, which is making a huge amount of revenue every single month selling outdoor tents. They're based in Scotland. I've worked with all of these brands because I met them through Upwork. So you can get some seriously top quality clients through that platform of Upwork for sure. And guys, this is coming from someone who's built their own agency over the past 18 months. I'm a big advocate for using Upwork when you start out as a freelance or agency owner, because I can see right now from all the videos on YouTube, everybody is promoting cold emails, cold DMs, cold outreach. And I'm not saying that stuff doesn't work. I'm saying it's way less effective and your conversion rate is going to be way lower than if you find a channel where you can get warm leads. And the 2 best ways to get warm inbound leads is using Upwork, number 1, or building a personal brand. Because if you build a personal brand around your freelance service, whether it's web design or Google Ads, then you're going to get a lot of people reaching out to you saying, hey, I saw your content. I think, I would love to use your service. And that's how you get inbound leads. And inbound leads are so much more easy to convert than cold outreach. And that's why I'm a big advocate for Upwork, because these people are saying they want the service. You just need to be the freelancer that they choose to work with amongst your other freelancers that are applying to the same job. And so essentially you have to stand out. And if you want to know exactly how to stand out, I've got videos on my channel showing you for free exactly how I bid for my projects on Upwork. And I do use tactics that allow me to separate myself from all the other freelancers. And it's been working for me consistently for the past 18 months since I've been on Upwork. And so be sure to give those videos a watch. But if you want to know more about what me and my team can actually do to support your Upwork growth, click the link down below to go to upmatch.io, where you can find out some more information. So to summarize, is Upwork worth it right now in 2024? The answer is yes, and it will also be worth it in 2025. It's a great platform that's going to connect a service provider with somebody looking for the service. So it's a brilliant platform to be using, especially if you're a new agency or a new freelancer.